Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mad Tea Party.
We hope you're ready to spill the tea.
If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new to our channel, my name is Derek.
And my name is Ryan.
And today we have a Disney World haul for you, along with some pins from Disney Pin HQ.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a lot to show you.
We actually, this haul has been, we went to Disney at the beginning of March. So this haul is now a month old. It's been waiting in the bags for a month. We actually...
It has been.
Except the clothing items. We had to go dig those out of our closet. So we'll show you those still.
But we went because I had a big birthday and turned 4.
He's 100 now.
I'm 100 now. And we celebrated with the family down at Disney World. And so a bit of what we have is mine because I went crazy for my birthday.
But we have some stuff from Disney Parks. We have some stuff from Disney Springs. We have some stuff from our VIP tour. It's about to be a wild ride. So just like buckle up, y'all.
All right. So the first thing that we want to talk about is the cake that we went and decorated at Disney Springs.
It's a cool experience.
And
I was scared.
I know. I saw it online and was like, I really think we should do this. And then we went in and they were like, what kind of drinks do you want? They're part of your stay here. And they taught us about their cake making and told us some made up story about the bakery. I'm not going to try to say its name because you can actually kind of pronounce French.
Amorette's.
Patisserie.
Amorette's.
Amorette's.
You could say
Amorette's Patisserie.
You could say it's fine. Amorette's.
So here is a cute little picture of the cake we made. And it's real small, but we have another picture that Ryan is going to show you at some point around here. It was delicious. And they also gave us pins at the end.
Yeah, there was a specialty pin that you got for taking this little class that they did, which, by the way, I'm not a kitchen person, and I was scared, but it was like fine. It was like fun. Check out these exclusive pins. So we actually got 2, one for each of us, because we both did it.
Yeah, and at the bottom it says cake artist down here.
It says cake
bottom.
Oh, on the actual pin.
Yeah,
cake artist. It's the cake decorating experience at Disney Springs Town Center.
And it's even. I was like, oh, that's really cute. I bet it's not. Y'all, it's got like stamped and waffled and everything on the back.
It was crazy. At the end of the experience, he said, I have a couple of surprises for you, and started going, and the very last thing he said was a pin, and I was like,
we were both like,
we were coming?
I was like, what? What happened?
That's weird.
One of the coolest things, though, is that they put our cakes on display for like the first 30 minutes of the opening of that day, so people could see our cakes that we had. And
then they got to replace them with professional ones. Yeah. Like, all right, now these are the ones we actually.
Although the lady said mine looked very good. Every time I poured the stuff on top, the mirror glaze, she said it was very good.
It tasted good.
We did a little shopping in Disney Springs, and we went over to the Lego store, and we found out that we could make ourselves as mini figurines. So we did. You get a really cute little box that you make yourself, and then you come in it.
The way it opens.
The way it opens is really cool. But there I am. And I'm a mad scientist. And it says Dare Bear on my shirt with a video game controller. But I even got a brick with my name on it. Mine.
Here's me. I have a donut on my shirt, and also I'm holding 2 donuts. The hat was backwards. I think it has moved sideways because it was in there, but I
think I moved it by accident.
Yeah, whatever. But I mean, the hat, they only had one color, and I wasn't like, I don't know if I even own a navy blue hat, but it's still. I mean,
yeah,
he's got donuts.
You just had to I had to go with blue hair because it was the only good-looking hair that they had, and on the back,
you had blue hair once.
I did have it once. On the back, it says, everything is awesome. Or no, sorry, everyone is awesome. It's really cool.
Oh, yeah, the back of mine's just a rainbow.
Like you do.
You know. So that was cute. That was a cute little experience. At first, I was, like, being too cool for it, and then I realized, like, what it was, and it was just, like, walking around and picking things up. I was like, oh, I'll do that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I had plans to buy one Lego set while I was there, and I actually walked away with just one. This was not the one that I had planned on, and when we got there, it was a new release, and it was also an exclusive to Lego Store and Lego.com.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we ended up getting Vincent van Gogh's Sunflower portrait, and here we have the completed Lego set.
Yes, we did complete it.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with it. It's so cool.
It is so cool.
It's three-dimensional.
It's three-dimensional. The back looks like a canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like it's been stretched over. It's got little spike pieces. But no, it was super fun to make, and it also is just wacky. I love the art versions of Legos.
Yeah, sunflowers are my favorite flower, and I actually I don't even know if I told you this, I had just recently read a book that the whole first chapter was specifically about this painting, and it was this really cool story about this woman with this painting. It's called Tin Man, you can look it up. But I had just read it, and it was like one of my favorite chapters of anything I've ever read, so then when we walked in and saw this, I was like, I need to have that. I can make it out of Legos.
And I looked at it, I was like, I really like that.
That's really cool.
So we went with it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and I should say, I also picked up a couple of things, bobs and bibbits, all
Gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
Different things, gadgets and gizmos aplenty. But this really cute coffee cup of Chip and Dale, and it's also gradient, which doesn't really show up very well here, but it goes from a green down to a blue, and gotta have my boys as a cup.
I think it's funny that they're each on a side, so you can it
looks
like two different mugs.
From where I drink, it's always gonna be Dale facing you, so it'll look like I have a Dale.
Every time we saw it in the store, I thought it was just a mug with just one of them, because you can only see one of their heads, and every time I kept thinking, like, how weird, who wants just a Chip mug, and then who would just want a Dale mug, but
both sides.
I just wasn't all there yet.
Both sides.
I didn't put the pieces together.
I did, and I got it. It's cute.
Every time we go to Disney, Derek also stands in the puzzle aisles like this. Aisles, they don't really have aisles, but in the stores looking at the puzzles.
I always want to buy a puzzle, and I never do.
But he finally got one this time, and actually, he was about to get another one, and I walked over and said, no, you should get this one. And then he bought this one, and this one is the bomb. I don't think he had seen this. We pointed it out, but it is a Hercules puzzle, and it looks really fun. The colors are really cool. It was a lot of the puzzles they have there are park puzzles, which are cool and fun, but this was very different than I think.
Yeah, and there was one in the I don't know if you remember which one it was the last time. I stared at a puzzle, I feel like, for 45 minutes and kept saying, I want to buy that, but I don't know. But it was something that was just weird enough, like Hercules blowing bubblegum. But
I didn't even notice that. That's hilarious.
Yeah. No, their puzzles are amazing.
Yeah,
their puzzles are crazy. So I finally bought one.
Yeah, this has everybody in it, which I also didn't notice. That's cool.
I know, I'm just noticing Zeus down here.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Pain and Panic.
So yeah, this puzzle will be a lot of fun to do. You see, you have Hades up here, and then you have Hermes over here, and you got the Muses. Muses, there you go. And you got Pegasus and Pain and Panic.
I got a sandwich box. I love Tomorrowland, and I don't know why. There's just a glamour in retro futurism that I really enjoy. And this is Chip and Dale by Space Mountain. So two of my favorite characters near one of my favorite places. And it just says Astronauts.
I love it. I have to say, as a kindergarten teacher It stresses me out a lot that they decided to print peanuts on it when there may or may not actually be peanuts inside of it. And we are a peanut-free school, but that is stressful, and I have some kids who will die if you sit next to them with peanuts, so...
But how fun to send a peanut-free everything in something that's got a picture of peanuts and peanut butter on the front.
To stress your kid's teacher out. Thank you.
Oh, but yeah, super fun. So, on this trip, it was not just us. Like I said earlier, my family came down and met us, so my mom and dad and my younger brother and his wife, and they surprised me with this lovely gift. Baymax holding Mochi with these amazing cherry blossoms, and I was eyeing this earlier, and I'm just glad I didn't buy it, and I'm glad that I got it. I love it so much.
So cute. I didn't see Mochi on it. He's so cute.
But yeah, he is cute. Here, hold him for a second, because then my brother also drew this amazing portrait of, I'm assuming me, enjoying myself at Disney World for a very long time. I've got this amazing Disney shirt, and my brother is a crazy cool artist that we are going to link his Cosmic Cabin shop down below.
Go check it out.
Check him out. Pretty awesome. I'm a little biased, but still think it's cool.
So next up, some of my favorite items at Disney. Clothes. I actually got some really cute things this time. This one, I wore it. I wore both of these actually while we were there. I love this. So they have released baseball jerseys with the princesses, and I'm sure you can already tell who this is. This is my Aurora baseball jersey.
It's the only one that is split two colors.
Yeah. Obviously it's pink and blue. You can see the three fairies are on the front. On the sleeve you have the other sleeve, you have a little rose and castle detail. And then the back says their names and the year in which their movie was released.
That's always my favorite. I love that they use that.
I love these baseball jerseys. First off, they're so light. So wearing this in the park was amazing. So I highly recommend these. They also sell some like these at Box Lunch, but there are lots of really cute princess ones right now at Disney, so you should get them. I think they had Cinderella, Moana, and Ariel. Yes,
yeah,
that's right. So if you're interested, you can get those. Don't get Aurora, because that's copying me, and that's not cool.
This next sweatshirt, I will be honest, I didn't buy it in the park. At the end of our VIP tour, we were tired and we were being pushed into a place to go buy merchandise that I wanted to buy. And for the first time, it was the second or third time that we had seen this black sweatshirt with red and yellow bands on the arm and the classic Mickey. And as we walked by it, I was like, man, I want to buy that. And then I just never saw it again after that. But then I got some Disney gift cards from my amazing students and bought this from the Disney store. So it's pretty much like I bought it at Disney World, but my really cool sweatshirt. I love this sweatshirt. And ignore any cat hair that you may see.
What cat hair?
I know, we can't keep any kind of clothing in this house that's black, clean, very long.
This sweatshirt that I'm wearing, which you can't even see is Disney, I only wore one time, and it was to the parks when we were there for this trip, actually. And that's why there's not really a lot of cat hair for you to visibly see.
Yeah, just a little bit from transitory cat hair.
So here we are. I have one more item of clothing. This is one of my favorite things that I bought, definitely on this trip, of maybe there in a long time. We found this in Disney Springs, actually.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, we almost didn't get it.
I was about to say, you almost didn't buy it.
Yeah, I was like, do I need this? And I was like, I could get it somewhere else. And then I thought, I haven't seen this anywhere else. And so then
we've kind of learned to just if there's something you really want and you know you want it, just buy it.
And I never did see it anywhere else, so I'm so grateful that I did buy it. What I will say is that Disney continues to make all of their sweaters crop tops, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, I had
really
to pass on one because I just didn't want to buy it in...
We have a solution.
Yeah.
We buy crop tops in the largest size and wear a shirt underneath them because there's lots of extra space, but they're really comfortable that way. I kind of like the way it looks. But it is this Cheshire Cat, which after getting home, I did some research and I think it's been out for a while. So maybe that is why we only found it in one place. But I love it. It has like this wave detail of the colors.
They are individually, they're different panels, like different color block panels.
Yeah,
and then everything on the front is embroidered as well. All the different pieces with white fabric, and yes, it does continue down onto the sleeves. Like, look at just such cool patterning.
Yeah, I love this sweater. I will tell you, when I was wearing this around the park, I felt so cool. I felt like a hottie. I felt like the bomb. This was the best. I'm surprised I haven't worn it since we got home, but I think the other day I almost put it on and I thought, we still have to film the video, so now I can wear... I'm going to put this on.
But if you want to be a hottie, just buy that.
Yeah, if you want to feel hot, get this, man. Everyone's going to be like, man, you're hot.
So we ended up at a shop in EPCOT, and I was just feeling the moment and found a rack of Mickeys that were dressed from each of the different places in the World Showcase. And I had seen things similar to them before, but it was the first time I'd ever seen like the whole set. They had all but one. And I had the lady come over and I was like, I might sound a little crazy, but I just need one of each of these. If you could help me out, please. So she gave me everything that they had. So we're going to start with that. Here first, we've got the UK. There he is. Like the Royal Guard or whatever they're actually called. I'm just going to call them the Royal Guard. But there is the UK. Here we have Italy on one side and France on the other. Just a cute little Mickey in a little pose with cute hats. What's not to love? Oh my goodness, this one especially. Here. The Canadian one is so stinking cute. I love him. And the American adventure is kind of over the top, but what's new there? But that little Canuck is adorable.
We love you, Canada.
Yes, we do. There are people who love you very much so. Here is Mexico. He's got on a sombrero for that one. Here we have Germany, and we have China, and we have two last ones before the finale. We have Norway and Japan. Yeah,
So that's all they had in the story with.
That's all they had, and it's a bit excessive. I do know that. So we asked, where could we find Morocco, because Morocco was the only one missing, and she said you need to go to the store in Morocco, but Morocco has been like abandoned.
We were like, is there a store?
For a long time, and so we went down there, and it was like the store that sells stuff. All stores sell things, but it normally is like, it looks like tapestries, but we went inside and it was like pins around the corner, and we finally found Moroccan Mickey. So that I have all 11 of the areas in the World Showcase.
The hunt was over.
The hunt was done within 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was satisfying.
I
really thought we were going to get there and not be able to find it.
I know. I thought we weren't going to find it. I thought we might have to hunt down more, but then we found them all in one place, so I will take a shortcut when I can.
So we just so happened to be there the opening weekend of Flower and Garden, which we didn't really anticipate. It was kind of sad because there were some Flower and Garden things we wanted to do, but it was so crowded. It was really hard to get to any of the things. I think we I waited in line for one drink because we were limited in time, and it wasn't even from the festival. It was the
Violet sake.
Yeah, in Japan. I waited in line for it. The line was so long. And by the time I got to, I was like, oh, we cannot be waiting in these lines. We got things to do.
I waited for a little bit of food, and it took so long.
And we tried to get to the butterfly garden at one point, and it was closed.
But don't go on opening weekend.
That's what we learned.
But the thing was, we weren't there for Flower and Garden.
But we did stop in while we were in Epcot at the Flower and Garden store, which I really wanted to go back to, and I never did go back because they have a lot of Alice stuff this year. But there's this really cute pin. So here we have this pass holder pin, 30 years of Epcot. This is... We actually normally don't buy these pins that have like words all over them. We're pass holders this year, so I guess that is why we want.
Yeah, it was super. I thought when we looked at it, it was super cute. I liked the design. There's actually, if you...
What's his name? Is it Buzzy? No.
Tell us down below what his name is, because I'm not...
Buzzy is the thing from one of the attractions.
The blue around the outside is like glittery. So if you look behind the pass holder and down below, that's a nice sparkly blue. And I thought it was super cute. And he is a limited edition of 4,000.
Hey?
I know. Buzzy, maybe, we think.
We also got they had another pass holder one. This one was limited release, which I was surprised by because I like this one much more, but might just be me. Maybe because it's Alice. So here, it's another pass holder, Flower and Garden Festival. This one actually is stained glass in here, which is really pretty.
Really cool.
Derek actually didn't realize Alice was in it when I picked it up to buy it. He just thought I was like
I thought he was getting it. I was like, well, we're only here for
I was so excited because Alice, you see that stained glass there? It's so
And I love a bread and butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not a bread and butterfly.
It does kind of... What's interesting... No, it wasn't. I thought it was...
It looks almost like Absalom.
Absalom has a lot of the Flower and Garden stuff, so it seems like it should be, but that's not him.
But super cute.
Yeah. There are bread and butterflies in the background, though. That's where you saw it.
And the last pin that we acquired in Epcot, I had to buy because I'm about to, in about a month and a half, open a cute little show called Finding Nemo Jr. with lots of little kids. And look at this cute pin. And it even just says Epcot. And this is actually going to go into school with me and go on my pin board at school. Why not? I have kids who bring me random pins too. It's kind of amazing. We are going to start a trading community. Mm-hmm. So then that's what... No. Yeah, we do some substantial trades.
Hit them up, y'all.
So as we mentioned earlier, we were there for my birthday, and my parents surprised us truly by booking a room at the Grand Floridian for us. And so we had to buy a pin to commemorate staying at the...
They're not going to let us back in
there. Like, whenever else are we going to stay at the Grand Floridian?
We're teachers. That was a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Wow. So we have this really fancy pin that makes our lives look like it's super fancy, but it's not. It's just Mickey and Minnie in a nice sun hat and fedora with the Grand Floridian in the back.
You know,
it's pretty cute, like they do.
Another pin, we have been looking at this pin for forever. We've always loved this pin and just not really ever had a reason to actually buy it. And this trip, we decided, because we stayed in the Grand Floridian.
That's right.
And our room was themed, well, the hotel is themed Mary Poppins. It was finally time. We had our opportunity to buy it. I've actually also been in the show, so that could have been a reason. But this pin is just so cute. And every time we see it at Disney World, we always think, we should buy it. I like it. But we don't have a Mary Poppins collection. So now we have this, and we're going to pretend like it's a Grand Floridian.
Yeah, it's got her parrot umbrella that she's very famous for. I want the replica of that that's real and actually works in the rain. And her amazing carpet bag.
Mm-hmm. I had students that had that parrot umbrella because they used to sell it with on
they
tour,
sell.
I think,
Well, they
so
sell
maybe
it.
just on Broadway.
They sold it on Broadway,
Yeah.
and then it went on tour.
Yeah.
So yeah, the other pin that we got, sort of as our pin collections. We got an Inside Out Current Mood pin, and I'm holding it this way right now because I really just want Ennui to be the first that you see. So we get this Current Mood spinner, and Ennui is right there saying no. And then we've got Embarrassment, and I'm going to do a really bad job of spinning this thing. OMG, there is Envy. And I'm going to spin You Speak.
That's I can't read what it's.
That's okay. It's Fear, though.
There's Fear.
And there is... Who is that?
Sadness.
Sorry, I can't see it.
Can you tell by the color?
For some reason I wanted
anger.
For some reason I thought it was nostalgia because I'm crazy. And then we've got Anxiety.
Oh, I can't tell by the color.
Come on now. Disgust. Joy. There's your anger. Right there. They've got them all. Ennui. So we actually saw this, and the only place we could find it online while we were sitting there in the pin store, it said that it was from Paris.
No, I think it was
or Hong Kong.
It was the only one we could find. It seemed like maybe it was from a different park, which may or may not be true at this point. But we only found it in the pin store in EPCOT and hadn't seen it anywhere else. So we were like, "What is that?"
But
it was weirdly behind the box, like it was with the pins behind the counter. So we were like, let's just get it, because when I did a quick Google search, it looked like maybe it was, I think it was Hong Kong. Yeah. But it doesn't say that anywhere on it. So
no, and it's limited release, so it's not super. I mean, it's just we needed to add to our Pixar collection.
So, as I have been saying, I want to this year up my Dopey collection game a bit, and I happen to find 2 Dopey pins there that. I believe I don't have these. I know I don't have one of them, and the other one, I believe I don't. I meant to look, but I didn't. Oh, well. I have 2 of them.
We never take pictures of our collections before we leave, and then while we're there, we question nonstop if we have something or not.
Yeah. I'll never do that in GoPin Pro again, though. Or in Pin HQ. All right. Here is 2 Dopies that I got. So I got this really cute one of him. I've looked at this one right here for a while. That one was available online, and I really wanted it. The diamond, as you can see, has some shine to it. I love Dopey with gemstones. It's just my favorite way to have a Dopey.
He's really cute.
I also like when he has a lipstick mark on his head. And then I also really liked this chromey one that they've had for a while. I've looked at that, and every time we're there, I've actually thought about it, and then this time I actually just decided to get it because he looks cute, chromey.
He is really cute.
I really like the green and purple. I like his color scheme.
He's got good colors. I also picked up 2 from the Artist collection, which is new. I don't know that they've released many past what I bought. There was one other one. But check out this Cusco and my boy Herc. This is Cusco. And he's on his like drawing table. Down here, there's a medallion that says 25. It is for celebrating Disney Pins 25 years. These are also limited edition. The other one is this really cute Hercules. Just like the other, he's got some sketches down below. And they aren't my, I would say, normal style of pins I collect. They are kind of out of their movie setting. Mm-hmm. But it reminded me of the Imagineering pins for some reason, and I really liked them. So
I really liked them.
Yeah, too. I saw them and I got them right away. I was like, I can't lose these.
I was a little sad they didn't have any characters that I wanted in them because I liked.
Do you remember who the third one was?
Was it Stitch?
It wasn't Stitch. There was a third one. If you know who it is, comment down below and let us know.
Was it Simba?
It was Simba. It was Simba. Ding, ding, ding.
All right, so next up, they must have dropped some open edition Alice pins like literally the day we got there because first off, every time they do this, I have such a hard time remembering if I have them because they have a lot of open edition Alice in Wonderland pins and a lot of them look similar.
And I kept saying, do you have that one? And he was like, yes, I've got that one. I was like, no. The one right there, like, it looks like one that I've never seen before. Mm-hmm. Yes, I've got it.
This one here, I knew I didn't have. The next one, I swore I had the whole time. And then one day I went, I don't have that. That's new. And then I saw on Disney Pin's blog a day or two after we had been seeing it that it was new. So here is Alice with a tiny little rabbit. This is when she's giant in the house. I actually really love this scene, so I was going to buy this no matter what. When I saw that, I knew this was going to be one of the ones I have. There were a couple of other open edition pins that I didn't get. I'm getting a lot better at not buying every Alice pin because there are lots. They don't skimp out on making Alice in Wonderland pins, which is great. However, I can't have them all.
Yeah. This time around, there was no blind boxes we were interested in.
Yeah, we were interested in
which was kind of crazy. This first pin, they are doing a series made out of wood, where they then put pin on top of some wood, with the is it Sensational 6?
It's not the Sensational 6 because
there's 7
Daisy's not in it. They don't have a Daisy one.
I know. Well, that's what the boys are the Chip and Dale here on the pin. Chip and Dale here are on this wood pin, and they had them for the all of the Fab Five plus these two. They just didn't have Daisy.
Yeah, I was bitter about that.
Yeah, they didn't have Daisy, and Chip and Dale sold out on the Disney store in like a day. So I was afraid we weren't going to see them, so we bought them right away as soon as I found them.
I ended up being in a lot of places. So
it did. But just know, if it sells out online, you might be able to find it still.
This is the one that Derek kept insisting I didn't have. I was like, yes, I do. And then I didn't. It is this giant family cluster one. I can't remember what they're calling this series, but they're doing a lot of different movies this way.
It's just like they had the supporting cast, and I want to say it was like a family, like...
Maybe it is family series.
Family series or something.
One thing I really do enjoy about these is if you look really close in the back, they actually have like a little like glitter backing. There's just not a lot of it because there's just so many people in there.
That is really cool.
But that's a cute pin. It was a good one. Alice's eyes are a little frightening, but it's okay.
I found yet another Kingdom Hearts pin, and it took me a minute to go, is there a second one, or do I already have that one? And I still have not triple checked, but here's the one I bought. Here you've got Sora along with Goofy and Donald. He is got his Keyblade, and they are fighting. I have not played through Kingdom Hearts in about 20 years, so maybe it's time to do that.
It's about dang time.
It's hard to play it online, I hear, because Disney doesn't have a streamer-friendly version of the music.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so you get dinged a lot, but I would love to play it. I need to play through this.
Also, while we were there, the Tuesday before we came, we got there on Thursday. The Tuesday before we got there, they dropped this pin, and I was really excited. I knew I was going to be looking for it while we were there, and it was perfect timing because they knew I was coming. It is this gorgeous Pocahontas Fairy Tale Moments pin. They just released a fourth one. There's been one every month. I really need the Beauty and the Beast one, by the way, which I missed somehow. I don't know. It's really pretty. But here we have Pocahontas. We have John Smith and Miko and Grandmother Willow. I really enjoy the gold in the back. I love when they put glitter on a Pocahontas thing.
Yeah, and doesn't it have a rose gold? Yeah, it's rose gold backing.
Yeah, it does have rose gold backing. Oh, and
with
Flit's
the
down there
gold,
too.
Oh, the gold glitter. Like,
when they give Pocahontas glitter, it is like... She never gets glitter, and when she does, it's always on a really cool golden color.
This next one isn't as like gorgeous as his, but
it's cool.
It's fun.
I wanted one of those.
As I saw this series start to come out, I did not care for it.
I love it.
However, when they released Darkwing Duck, I had to. Here is our boy DW in It's one of those like machines that you can play in outside of a store. The spring rides, as they have up top. He just rests in one place or the other. Also, LE something of something. But I just love the amount of Disney afternoon love from this past year. We have an LE of 4,000 as well on Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, we got plenty of it this year, so cut it out.
No, keep it going. Keep it going. So, the way that my family decided to celebrate my 40th was to take me on a VIP tour at Disney, and it was pretty awesome.
It's cool.
If you've never heard about them before, you basically have a personal tour guide for at least 7 hours. We ended up going 9, I want to say. But you have them for a certain amount of time, and they basically can walk you to the front of many lines or to the front of the lightning lane. They can request front seats for you. You can ride some things multiple times. They will grab snacks for you while you're on rides.
They'll transfer you to a different park through the back gates.
Yeah, it was insane. Our tour guide.
We went to all 4 parks.
We did.
We can happily say we have been to 4 parks in one day.
We did 4 parks in one day, and no
rode all the
cheating.
rides, basically.
No cheating was needed because we had an amazing tour guide named Daphne. If you are going on a VIP tour, request Daphne. She is amazing. She's upbeat. She knows what she's talking about too. But by the end of the night, we were all a little tired. But they started selling VIP tour exclusive merchandise, and if you put the word exclusive in there, I'm gonna look at it. I have to, especially when you find out there are pins. So I'm gonna show you the 3 things that I ended up getting for my birthday at the end of this VIP tour. And the first one, I didn't think this was gonna be something I wanted, and when I saw it, I just fell in love with it. So we have the VIP tour Loungefly backpack with the VIP tartan. Do not call it plaid. They will make sure you know that it is tartan. And on the inside, we've got... Oh, they've started putting some bubble wrap in there.
And you get a leather one.
Oh. So, inside... Oh, they even... See, I haven't gone this far into it. They really, really made this packed up nice. On the inside, you've got a print of the VIP plus a Mickey with the VIP tartan. It's got pockets on both sides and a opening in the front. This is gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
You can only get them by going on the tour, and there are 6 items that you can buy. They limit you to the amount of people you have. So I was able to buy 3 items because we had 6 people. So if we had only been us 2, we could have only bought 2 items.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I ended up just getting to buy it all for myself. But this next one, I have a feeling Ryan is going to steal at some point. So he's going to get to show it off.
They have VIP Tour Spirit jerseys.
They do.
So if you will check this out, there is the little chest piece. It is rubberized, actually, which is interesting. I've never seen a Spirit jersey that has a rubberized one. And then they have the tartan, the plaid on the inside.
I love it.
Which is really cute. And then the back says Walt Disney World in the plaid. So
it does. It's really pretty.
I really like how the plaid is like very colorful. And
the letters are done like varsity letters. They are just slightly... I will say it was a little bit more than a normal Spirit jersey, so this is nice little surprises to find afterwards. Is that the back is very, very nice, and that rubberized front shield is really kind of cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cute. You can wear it with your backpack.
That's a lot.
They had a hat too. You could have gotten that too.
They did have a hat. The other thing they had were pins. So we've got a box here, and the center is definitely going to look like it's missing something, because it is. We bought this pin set, and it came with a keychain as well that said VIP tour something something something. But first of all, tartan box, really cute. These pins, at first, I was like, oh, there's only 2 that I really, really like. And then I realized that they were all park icon pins, and we have been looking for the perfect set of park icon pins.
Got them.
And lo and behold, here they are. So we'll start over here on this side with Simba and the Tree of Life on there for Animal Kingdom. Over here, we've got Tinkerbell and Cinderella's Castle for the Magic Kingdom. Down here, we've got the Hollywood Hotel Tower. Hollywood Hotel Tower.
Hollywood Tower Hotel.
There you go. You know the words in me don't always work. And my favorite version of Mickey, the Sorcerer's Apprentice. And over here we've got EPCOT with Spaceship Earth and Figment. And what I love about this one is that it's actually like metal on there. Each of these are kind of like jewel encrusted around the outside. I'm going to pull off one of my favorites and show you a nice close-up.
I don't think you said that there was a keychain in the center that our sister-in-law wanted.
Thank you. Sorry, I started to and then completely forgot.
We didn't need it.
We didn't want the keychain.
We didn't want that anyways.
And she wanted it, and we were like, absolutely. But I think that was jewel encrusted as well.
Good.
But these, they are on a... Instead of being waffled, they are tartaned.
No.
Yes.
Cool.
So this has no sort of like limited edition number, but it is unique in itself. So first of all, there's no waffling. There is, but it is tartan, which is insanely put on there. You might also notice that it is more of a tarnished gold, which is super cool. We also have the Mickey security feature with the VIP stamp on there and the Disney Pins stamp. And these are just, they're more pretty than I thought they were. Here is the front of the pin. We have the tower there. Here are the... they look like little rubies or garnets that are all around the outside, and each of them have the same. And at the top, they all have the little like keystone of the VIP tours. After we got them, I was so happy to realize that they were the 4 parks, and we did all 4 parks in one day, and it was insane. Would I do another VIP tour if I wasn't paying for it? Yes. Is it worth to go on with your family at least once? Absolutely. Even if you were a group of people going on a trip, it would be fun to do again. However, my one thing that I find really strange is that you don't get to experience the park the same way that you do when you are walking around inside the park, always going from ride to ride.
I think that VIP tours are great for people who've been to the park a lot first.
Yes.
Because you are missing a huge aspect of the park by going on it. But I also think, and there are some people who, his family actually, they really only want to do VIP tours, and I get it. It couldn't be the only way I experience Disney, because that's not how I like to experience Disney. It's a little too fast paced.
Yeah,
I'm trying to chill, man.
We were at one ride, and my mom was like, oh, this is the one I can't ride because it's going to make my head hurt from the screens. And I was like, no, this is Rise of the Resistance. And she thought it was Falcon's Run or Star Tours.
Yeah, and they just don't have a huge...
And I was like, oh, you just don't know the exact outline. They just get to follow
around, yeah.
And so that was super fun. And the last thing that I wanted to share with you from that VIP tour, we have actually received some of these from our family in the past from when they went on tours, but they change them up every once in a while. And these must be the 20 2025 version of them. They now have like a navy or dark blue background in the shield with the VIP tours, and Mickey's hat is now the VIP tartan color. So super excited to finally get one of my own that we earned by going on a VIP tour. But if that doesn't matter to you and you like the way this looks and you want to trade for one of them,
Got several.
my whole family did not want them. So other than my sister-in-law who likes pins, if you want to trade for any of these, they've even got the little sticker cover on them so they don't get scratched.
You want to trade?
You want to trade with us?
All right, and the last couple of things we have to share with you guys. We always like on our Disney trips to stop at Pin HQ, the store by GoPin Pro.
It's an amazing store. If you've not been, they grow every time we go.
I feel like they get busier every time we go. Which
Yes.
Kind of sad.
This was one of the first
really
times it was completely full. But if you were looking for something specific, something older or something like a completer, they have so many things to choose from.
Yeah, the cool thing about them too is we have gone in looking for specific things before and that worked out. And we've also gone in just like this time. We went in like, I wonder what we'll find here.
We had no preconceived anything of what we wanted. We were like, let's just go and look.
And there's great.
Oh, yeah, there was. So, first I will show you, so we have what we call lovingly the Daddy's board. On that board are a lot of Father's Day pins, but it is Disney and Pixar's finest daddies. If you've been around long enough, you may know that we do love ourselves a Daddy Triton. So I saw this and I saw that it was a green sticker, which I think was like $25. And I saw what it was. I needed it.
We love them.
So here we have our King Triton riding in his giant conch shell of a, what do you call those things? Chariot. And next to him, you've got in the little hermit crab shell, Sebastian, and he's a mover. He can actually like move back and forth, back and forth. But if you look down at the bottom, they've got some really cool features in the water and all these specs. And it's also rose gold. I saw it and fell in love with it. And this was one I said, that's going to be a joint purchase. We don't have to count that in our budget right now. Just let's take that one out there. We both need that for our daddy board. Welcome, Daddy Triton.
So this first one I got from this series a pin for Christmas, and it's one of my favorite Disney villain series they've ever done. And
I actually would like some from this series.
I was just thinking as I was looking at this, these are really the only two villains that I really collect. Maybe there is a red queen one I need to look at. But so I have Frollo, and they had at Pin HQ this amazing Radcliffe pin. It's pin on pin. His hand comes out, and so does the map with that cane sticking directly into the center of Virginia.
And that's palm size.
Yeah. Percy in the center of that. They both have their eyes closed. You can see the boat behind them.
I think.
Oh wow! I didn't notice that was glitter too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have seen the Mim one that you would think that I would want, but I want Goob from Meet the Robinsons. He was actually the cheapest one at that store, and I'm gonna check him online, or if you've got him, let me know. I don't remember seeing it. Yeah, he's got his little, it's like the adult version of Goob when he's the bad guy, and he's got the bowler hat on that's got the feet. This next pin, I just found out today actually, is a Loungefly pin. I did not know where it was from. It came with a fancy thing, and actually it says on there by Loungefly. This was from the Stitch Shop by Loungefly, and there is a really sweet moment in Be Our Guest where my boy Cogsworth ends up in a souffle. Here he is. I'm pretty sure it's a souffle. It looks like it could be like a blueberry crumble if you really wanted to get specific, but I love him in this position of like in this thing. I have him as a pop like this, and I have the chase pop of him burnt in this as well.
Yeah.
Thanks to Allie.
Thanks, Allie.
Thank you, Allie. But yeah, love me some Cogsworth inside of Souffle.
And while we're talking about it, I also got a Beauty and the Beast pin. This
Did you?
Is from
Oh yeah.
This is from the series. This is a series that honestly I wish I could buy all of. There's a million of these, so I can't. But this is my 4th in the series.
I'm gonna let you have this series. I've decided.
Love this series. When I saw this one, I actually thought I need that, but I don't know if I can buy it on this trip. There's so many things here I want. And then as I kept looking around, I was like, I need that pin. I need to just get it. So this is from the
Colors of Magic.
Something like that. It is the paint cans with the characters, all with their color. So I got Lumiere. He's super cute.
He is really cute.
With his gold and yellow. This whole series, so each character has a color that's behind them that is like the color they use for the character. I have Frollo, Esmeralda,
that's right,
Aurora, and now Lumiere. So I need to go through and see what other characters
they
have.
have. Yeah, they had over 90.
Yeah, I remember being several pages.
There's a ton of them. There's enough in there like that I would want, but I decided the little like jar of paint, it's super cute, but it doesn't fit all of my collections, and sometimes something not fitting the way it looks changes my ideal of a pen sometimes.
Well, I'm starting to wonder if maybe when I get enough of these, if they need to just be their own little set, like framed set.
That should be.
Of just my favorite characters.
On a palette. Because they're all paints. We could splatter paint of whatever their paint is.
This guy, that's why we pay him the big bucks.
Pay me the big bucks, please. Next up, I had to be schooled by Ryan on this one. I was not sure what a cast refresh was. So we saw these pins, and he smartly told me that they are the pins that are only on cast members' lanyards. And this... I saw it. It was from Paris. You don't see Disney Afternoon enough. And look at this stinking Beagle Boy on his ball and chain. There he is, just sitting there. This is from Disneyland Paris. I'm going to flip it over. And we got it right there saying cast member refresh. This was super exciting to find. I did not expect to see a Beagle Boy, and I just flipped. I was like, that's a definite. That one right there.
That's really cute. He's cute.
Yeah, and he's from Paris. If you've been here a hot second, you might know I really like Pin Trader Delights. I didn't set out to always collect them. I guess this is why I don't do jars of paint. I do ice cream. And I saw this one, and I immediately called the person over to get it and put it back behind the desk and hold it for us because, Gizmo Duck does not have barely a pin to his name. And here he is enjoying some ice cream. Look at my man. Yes, Gizmo Duck, for those of you who don't know, he is from DuckTales. If you watched the reboot, which I have not watched, he was played by Lin-Manuel Miranda. But Sheldon Crackshell, Gizmo Duck is who he turns into by saying blathering blatherskites. But it has the traditional ice cream cones on the back side right there. And he was one of their LE 400 that week. I don't even know when he's from. I should look him up. But Gizmo Duck.
All right, this is our final show of the video. This is
crazy haul that we have had.
Yeah, I really was expecting this to be a quick video to film. It was not. I guess I forgot all the things we bought. But this last pin is one that I saw in Pin HQ. And when I saw it, I knew this was one I was taking home. As we were checking out, they warned me that it is very delicate, so I'm so terrified I'm going to break it. I'm so scared I'm going to break it every time
I think he said that because, and even the people there were like, they're not that delicate.
The guy had broken
the guy that worked there had broken one, so and I'm assuming, I mean, that's a sad thing to have to do.
Especially
when you see it.
a Walt Disney Imagineering exclusive. It's an Ellie of 400. It is a cuckoo clock of Sleeping Beauty. As you can see at the top, we have Aurora in her blue dress. I love this detail that spins, actually, which I think is
And
so
this is
cute.
from 2024, isn't it? It was from one of the events that
I don't
happened.
know. Well, look. I'm sure it says it on the back. You've got Maleficent. As you can see, there's like a layer there. Maleficent battling the three fairies with Diablo. And then you've got these hanging down here on her actual castle.
Will you show the backside of the card?
Oh, yeah.
Because that is, whoever looks in the back, that is one of the coolest back cards.
Super cute. That was easily one of the best things I've picked up.
Yeah. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you happen to be curious about our other content, make sure to click on the subscribe button down below.
Or off with your head.
And if you enjoyed this video, which we hope you did, because have you even seen that exclusive merch before?
No.
I don't know. Well, hopefully you enjoyed it, so click that thumbs up if you can.
Yeah, leave us a comment down below. Which of the items that we picked up this year was your favorite? What was your favorite?
I am actually going to say something that represents something. I'm going to go with the patisserie pin because I loved that experience so much, and I even recommended it to a friend afterwards, and it was just so much fun to get to do. And so I think just that memory makes that one my favorite.
Mr. Sentimental. My favorite's the Sleeping Beauty pin because it's
It's
big
okay.
and pretty.
And I figured, I mean...
And the Cheshire Cat sweater. Both of those things I'm picking too.
Yeah.
Being you today.
Yeah. You are being me today. I mean, I love that Gizmo duck pin.
Fair.
And a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, the Baymax face. So cute. But let us know down below what you think, and we hope you all have a golden afternoon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later.
If you don't care for tea, you could at least make polite conversation.